Juan-o's world.
My baby mama trippin', she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these hoes alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app. It's like, hold up.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Maybe you heard it, maybe you haven't, but the internet in a little bit of a blaze, you know? Finally, Black Sam speaks. If you don't know who Black Sam is, it's Nipsey Hussle's older brother. Watching this interview as an older brother and just as a sibling period was kind of hard. And even though he didn't just blatantly say what he probably wanted to say or what he could say, he was very candid, he was very open. He was indirectly direct too, you know. But let's just check it out, man. This was you can't put a situation like this into words, because let's be clear. Something like what happened to Nipsey was never supposed to happen to a guy like that, because you're basically talking about somebody that was intelligent in school when it was time to be intelligent in school, accepted in the hood when it was time to be accepted in the hood, was willing to fight, win, lose, or draw, was willing to be intellectual or a hustler, win, lose, or draw. Only thing I think he did wrong was joining the gang. But maybe he had to. But the difference in brothers is Sam wasn't in the gang. And that's what things, man, being a brother is a very hard job. A very hard job. See, when you're a big sister, you could just club somebody in the head and drag them or snitch on them, or it's a lot of things you could do when you're a big sister. But when you're a big brother, you always gotta lead with respect, even if you're showing respect to some ignorance. Because whenever you big dog something, it just goes totally wrong. But we ain't gonna get into that. Let's see what Black Sam got to say about this situation.
What the whole unit was like, where's this nigga at? And, you know, that was the mind space at that point. Yeah. Aside from just dealing with, you know, the reality, you know, but it was go time, man. And, you know, they're gonna make sure the kids is good, make sure his kids is good, and make sure they keep going.
Is it as random as what the public thought it was? Like, Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and...
I mean, you know, he already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me.
1099 self-employed workers.
That's us.
It is, and it reminds me, you know Everlance, yeah?
Everlance.
Ever heard of Everlance?
Okay, I thought it was implied, but no, I have not. Go on.
Let me just give you a bit of an overview. First off, it's an app that's available on iOS and Android.
What are you, a spokesperson for Everlance?
I just get excited about this kind of stuff. Okay, so it uses GPS to help, especially 1099 self-employed.
You're gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday. It's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to...
When I heard this news, this shit broke my heart. It broke my heart because Nipsey Hussle did everything that all these lies that we've been told from my generation. Oh, you gotta do it like this. Oh, you gotta rep it like that. All of these fucking rules, right? That I've been dumb enough to follow and live by too. He followed all them bitches and he made it to being legit successful. And he had earned his respect from the streets. It's a certain life that you supposed to have once you been across them T's and dotted them I's. And I know it's people with more money. I know it's people that's better rappers. But as far as crossing them T's and dotting them I's, he did it the best. He did it the best. He didn't Boosie his way through and use young people to handle his business. He didn't Juan-o his way through and retire from the drug game when you realize people will snitch on you. You know what I'm saying? And I put myself in there. A lot of us have made it. He didn't Jay-Z his way through and just become selfish. A lot of us made it, but we got to a point where we had to say, you know what? I gotta let this moral go, or I gotta let this standard go. He ain't let none of that shit go. He was still getting in the streets, fist fighting. So in my mind of niggerdom, he was king nigga in his region. Never was that supposed to happen. And damn sure it wasn't supposed to happen on his set. From somebody, a part of his set. That shit, I lost all faith in the street code that day. But we gonna get back to that later.
You know, transition into some legitimate selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene, because he know what's going on in that parking lot. And had a conversation, probably seen nobody was in the doorways, checked Hustle had on shorts, checked everybody else, left. They say came back with a red shirt on.
I know a lot of y'all might have missed that. He's speaking in gangster code. When he's saying he saw he had on shorts, he talking about basketball shorts. Not regular jean shorts. Well, of course, hood niggas don't really wear that shit when they in the hood. That's something you wear when you going out. But the factor of having basketball shorts on mean 90% of the time you don't have a gun on you. That don't hold true in Detroit. That don't hold true in Detroit. Cause niggas will buy small basketball shorts, or motherfuckers will put that hole in the regular pocket so the barrel of the gun poke down to the net of the shorts. Oh yeah. Don't make that assumption in Detroit, but I get where you're coming from.
Tiptoed through the alley and went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that, because it just don't make no sense. It's not random. You know, I know Hustle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hustle, because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hustle, wherever you find him at. But on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble, and if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hustle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument. You know, it was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey.
Man, as I sit here and watch this, it's breaking my heart. And I would like to translate what he's saying. What he's telling you. And it's kind of funny because Nipsey Hussle was a taller guy, but nonetheless a real skinny dude. I'm a smaller guy, 5'10". What he's telling you is, if this man sensed there was any drama, it had to go down right then. He wasn't going to let somebody walk around the corner with a feeling. He wasn't going to let somebody walk off on a bad statement. It's either we on common ground and we leaving with good vibes, or we about to settle this right here. And as a sober-minded brother, he already know it couldn't have been no argument, because his brother wouldn't have let him walk off. And I understand that, because as a smaller sized guy, it ain't going down like that around me either. You know what I'm saying? We either gotta settle it, or we gotta settle it. But you're not about to walk off, turn your back on me, and go down the street, and I know you feeling the way. Like we wanna do some hands and feet. Let's do that. Let's get that up out of us. Man, this shit pisses me the fuck off, dog. Anyways.
Be on deck. It was none of that. It was just, you know, to me it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, and it's broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and, you know, whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue. It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him. Okay, he may have, but it wasn't. To me, that don't. Whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and May got the reverses. I mean, he got the, you know, charges reversed, because Hustle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think you know, it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. You know, he hadn't been in the hood like that. They're saying he had some like a snitch jacket on him, or he couldn't come around. You know, me personally, Hustle, Fats, like we seen a lot of the homies raised, because we at that shop 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. You know, before it was the Marathon store, when it was Slauson T, Slauson Ave, we had weed spots all in the hood. So we seen a lot of the young homies raised, from kids to teenagers to adults. We watched them. They know us. We know them. Anything we throw in the parking lot, if you from that area, if you from the 60s, if you from the 30s to the 100s, when Hustle throw something in that parking lot, you coming. From whatever it is. You in the hood, you smoking weed, you coming to our spots. He was never at any functions. He was never at any grand openings. He was never at anything Hustle was doing. He was never at any shows. It's because he wasn't good in the hood. So all this other shit niggas is talking about, I don't know it. He wasn't good.
Dog. Can't argue with nothing that man just said. And then to hear his name was shitty cuz, and then to see somebody like Brick Baby, his name is shitty. And we know Brick Baby done lived in all these cities and states, even though he California gang banging. Man, that shit out there look bad. I feel stupid that I ever had any respect for any of that California gang banging as growing up, because honestly, it ain't what they represented to me. It seemed like a crew of haters. And from my understanding, the Rolling 60s only kill each other. That shit's sad. I couldn't imagine being a part of a gang and we all broke and we fighting them and we boxed in with them and we fighting them, and I make it or he make it, and the goal is for us to kill him, and he bringing us all with him while he make it. That's some fake ass shit. Where is the power in that? I don't see gangs gang banging on these Jewish people that's running their situation. I don't see y'all gang banging on the politicians that got your property value at $1 million, but you can't even get a fucking loan on a house that's paid for out there. It makes absolutely no fucking sense. Y'all niggas go to jail for anything and end up with extra years for a gang enhancement. But right now, they let migrants steal thousands of dollars of shit for free. They ain't even going to jail. So between the gangs and the political side of California, you niggas ain't got to never worry about seeing Juan-o out there. I mean, not for more than a weekend. And that ain't no disrespect to anybody that's made their choices, but at the same time, your choices ain't respectable. Not at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. That shit happened all them years ago. This still breaks my heart. I don't really have feelings about a lot of things, but when you talk about a black man, two black brothers raised in the same situation, to where your mama living with grandparents and she was young when she had you and she get her own place and y'all struggle, but y'all figure out a way to make money on your own, and you talking about materializing that into a dream, and some hating ass nigga that then watched you come up then ruined his life take it from you. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it clear. It's starting to seem like, at the very least, Big U said it was okay for this to happen. Because you can't show me that you got complete control in one way, and then some shit like this happened to your number one little homie in another way. And motherfuckers able to make it out the hood, run and hide from the hood, able to go to the hospital. How can a celebrity not fly into your city private and be able to move around with security private? Don't nobody even know he there, but y'all find out. But you couldn't find Shitty Cuz. And why the fuck is a nigga with a name like Shitty Cuz being allowed to be on the hood? I'll wait. That's like, man, I used to talk to this chick, and her ex, the nigga before me, his name was Do Dirty. And she used to always want to tell me about how this nigga did her dirty and shit. And it's like, bitch, you was fucking with a nigga named Do Dirty. How did you expect this nigga to do you? Dumb bitch. I went too far. We out. So, as usual in these type of situations, you know, Wack 100 got the content, he got the work, he got the tape, he got the inside story. I'm gonna quit calling him Wack 100, call him J. Edgar Wack. Yeah, Wack J. Edgar. I'm gonna figure out a name for this nigga, man. You know, all this internet shit be cool until motherfuckers bring up Nipsey Hussle. Because you can't really... He don't really fit in the vein of the Pop Smokes or the King Vons or even none of them, even though he was willing to fight, kill, and you know what I'm saying? Man, that shit bothered me. It bothered me to this day. Bothered me to this day. You know, even myself included, I was really led to believe that if I followed this specific set of rules and standards, which is impossible to succeed. It's in the play. That's the whole thing. When you a street nigga, right, your playbook is like 2 pages of plays that you can make, right? It's like 2 pages. But it's a laundry list of shit you can't do. And you out here competing with people from other races. They got a laundry list of shit they can do. A laundry list of resources they do have. And the list of what they can't do is very small. And we got a small list of what we allowed to do that don't shame you. And a laundry list of shit we can't do. So for him to make it like he made it was the impossible. But let's hear what old Wack 100 and the Clubhouse goons got to say.
What happened with that fallout? Why did they seem cool? They wasn't really cool. And what happened before Nip's demise? What was Big U's relationship? You know, Wack plays a pivotal part because Big U contacted Wack about the contract for his manager status to get paid after Nip's demise.
This is why when I seen DJ Khaled taking pictures with Big U, I knew what that was. That was the old LA shuffle, the old LA squeeze. But he definitely had a problem with it because the move didn't go through him. He's saying, Nipsey, you can't bring nobody over here without clearing it through me. Nipsey said, who is you? You gotta remember, Nipsey did a whole diss song on Big U. You heard the song before, right?
Facts, I heard that.
Wack, but wasn't Black Sam and Big U already into it?
No, Black Sam was into it because of what he did to his brother. Did he talk about facts? You know, it's a little named Facts, about 5'6", little Facts, about 260.
Both the Facts.
Facts put, hold on. You know what happened to him about a week before he died, right? Facts put Big U on his pockets. Big U tried to take off on Nip, and Facts took off on Big U and set him on his pockets in front of everybody.
Now, I didn't want to steal Big Boy's whole interview, right? But I didn't want to react to the whole interview, but Sam is Sam is for sure a real gangster. He's a real old school gangster. So he was being very honest, but he was speaking vaguely. And he made it a point to specify that you could live in a gang area, but it's a lot of cliques. And they crew was solid with they crew. And Fats was one of the names he kept bringing up. And it's pretty clear that in they crew eyes, Nip was the boss, even to his older brother. It's pretty clear that they was before rap, that they was all falling in behind him as their leader, and all of them collectively was gonna do whatever against whoever. And then to hear Fats was killed a little bit before Nip. Now Nip rapping about Fats all through that album, all through that Victory Lap album. I guess it's kind of like The Godfather. They knew they had to kill Luca Brasi before they went fucking with The Godfather. They knew that shit.
Later, Fats was out of here.
Yeah, the internet finna be in an uproar about this, bro.
They definitely was not. Bro, he bringing me to try to counterplot on this. This why I'm like, you the one came over there talking about Wack is a snitch. Yeah. And came over there to get down with Nipsey. Because Nipsey was baby mama while he was in jail.
Oh my God!
Others took the fade for Nipsey. Nipsey didn't want a fade. Named Eddie Boy. Not the Eddie Boy y'all been hearing about. Eddie Boy. Right?
Right.
Eddie Boy in jail right now. Right? Actually I'm lying. Yeah, Eddie Boy went.
This nigga Wack 100 sound like he be eating shrimp and Skittles when every time you on the internet. What the
get down with him, and Eddie Boy, he got down for him for Nipsey. Nipsey didn't want to run the fade, right? Then come back, right? The same that came over here to get on with Nip, because Nip, baby mama, and they was boys before he left. While he was in the joint, Big U had on the phone when he talking to the police, and Nip said, if anything happened to me, if I come up, cuz did it, and said his name. That's how Big U got back in there with Nip and got him to start doing what he wanted him to do with the black belt and letting that go. That's a fact. They know what's going on.
So Wack, let me ask you this though. What you think, because you know it's been some years, right? What you think Sam motive is now to go ahead and like shed light now though?
Sam, because he see this believing the bull. Bro, you didn't see that clip we put up on live? See, Big U, you gotta remember, dude is like, he not smart. right? He not smart, so he'll do without thinking. You remember when they said justice for Big U, and he started laughing? His brain didn't register you on live, right? It didn't register. So the name was, that's the name, came over there to get out with Nip. Cause you was my, I go to jail. Come to find out, you telling my baby mama, don't answer my phone calls, don't send me nothing. It's you and her. 6-0, we got to get out. Dahmer jump out. Nipsey didn't want to fade. Ghost. He didn't want to get out with Dahmer. Boy, Eddie Boy was telling nigga, I'll get out with him. They lock up. Boom, 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 boom. Eddie Boy, all that. Dahmer come back, right? Behind him. Right? Dahmer go to jail. They questioning Nipsey. And Nipsey said, if somebody do something to me or something, I come up. Dahmer did it. Or they snatched Dahmer. Big U had that recording. And used that to make the move. That's when you seen all the victory lap. Nipsey was playing his hand. Somebody was gonna go one way or another. This is a fact. Every time Nipsey made a move, he pressed it. Listen, when he brought YG over there, Big U sent a team over there to run them up out the 60. That's Big U sent it over there. YG and them end up having to go over there to like the jungles or something to finish up that video. So with Black Sam, I didn't know that. With Black Sam is let like for him saying this just happened before this happened, he let know if y'all was that cool, that was your little brother. What the fuck? I looked down, shut down my road dog, bro. Facts. Y'all wasn't that cool, but if y'all got the Black Sam content, go on run it.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all too.
Man, I just had to add that in. Because there's clearly a lot more and a lot less going on to this. To be honest with me, man, we already know he was taken out by his own gang. And it seemed like somebody was put in that situation to be able to do so. It kind of seemed like you never know. You never know, man. It don't make no sense at all. We out. R.I.P. Nip. I don't care how much of a boss you are, how big you get, how much everybody love you. Carry your own motherfucking gun. That's all I can tell you. Carry your own gun. We out.